It's time for Power Hour.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream, the first of the month, first of the new quarter. Q4 is here, and it has emerged as pretty violent, but good violence, positive, bullish violence. Very bad for the sellers and the bears, the cash holders. So I guess we're just like, there's a lot of things to cover because things are going nuts. I mean, they really are going nuts right now, okay? But I guess one of the most important things could be that Bitcoin's breaking a supply line of this channel, this midterm downtrend we've been in most of the summer. But you gotta love, right? When breakouts occur, it's always sweetest when there's some form of confirmation, positive price action correlation to a key level from history, and that's what we got on Bitcoin.
LLY, Eli Lilly Plaza, thanks Mitch.
What's up, Cactus? Thank you so much for the 20, dude. Yeah, we'll look at Eli Lilly. Yeah, for sure. Right, so like randomly, Bitcoin can break out at any time, right? But this time was super special because this weekend we saw what happened. All right, the buyers, had they lost the level on Friday. Then Saturday, the recapturing. Well, wasn't it though? I guess it was Saturday, maybe was the 25th when we lost that support. 25th was it was Thursday. Then Friday, the buyers recaptured the level. Then Saturday was a formal bullish back test to reconfirm the validity of that old all-time high from January 20th as support. And then the 28th, which was Sunday, we bullishly engulfed. And that was it. I mean, that was like amazing. We were looking at this on the Sunday, the weekly candle close stream, and then we got the follow through, and then the indecision, and now today the breakout. First day of Q4. And now all we got to do, it looks like there's just a little bit of supply that exists up at this 118, the swing high from September 18th, and it is very real with swing lows, candle closes. Yeah, it is not a joke. I mean, this was the level we reversed last time, but last time we did not have any sort of confirmation low at a key level. This time we have a stronger chance, I believe, to break this. And then, I mean, you're going to look at a 120, and if they break 120, which is major psychological level, it's also real overhead resistance from July. It's an easy 123.231 all-time high. So we are just not too far removed from an all-time high. How much on Bitcoin now? Only about 5.6%. So I dig it, man. I dig it. This would be a bad action magnet move if we break it too. High probability of a 786.886, which is up there in the 120s, the low 120s. So let's rejoice. That's beautiful, okay? Not all the cryptos were showing us the crazy edge, but we weren't even looking really at Ethereum on the daily as much as we were looking at Ethereum on the weekly, because it was like, hey man, they're attempting a back test of a 500 plus day large structure. Right here, the weekly. It's holding. That is holding, man. And it's not just that. It goes all the way back to May of 2021, August 2021. It's very freaking real. So that's support. Life is good if you're an Ethereum holder above 3,900, 3,950. That's like everything. To lose that means 3,000, but to hold it could mean price discovery, follow through. So just pay attention. Forget the daily. The weekly is like way over 5,000. That's a target. I mean, all we got to see is Bitcoin continue on a little bit more, and Ethereum's going to break this 43.84 level. You break 43.84, it's going to be most likely a retest 48.67. But remember, it's going to be in the context of a formal bullish backtest of the breakout, right? The market participants now know. They broke it out August 4th this week. They broke out, nice engulfing candle. But there was no way of knowing if it was real. They just pushed it up all-time highs, resistance, and it reversed. But now, if we test it again, it's going to be coming off of, remember, the context of the successful bullish back test. Confirmed support. It was resistance for many, many years. Now support. Okay, so great news on Ethereum. Gotta love it. If you didn't watch the stream yesterday, I feel bad for you because we covered like so much, all the monthlies, all the quarterlies, and it was records everywhere. All 4 major indices hit record quarterly closes. All 5 of the major crypto market cap assets, they hit record highs on the close. Gold record, silver record quarterly close. It's just everywhere. Everything pumps upon us. Okay, so good stuff. All right. I mean, you got some other assets up. Really, what's notable is this is one of the last lesser scam coins we looked at. I know HiUK was all up on this. He was like, dude, someone in the chat was like, we looked at Zcash and it was like, remember Zcash? And it's like, what the? Things had turned around on it. And now, highest level seen on Zcash since June 2022. And we just got to hope now that these lesser thans, they catch similar type pumps, okay? Really hoping for that. So, great stuff, man. Zcash holders, rejoice. Something that looks similar-ish to this, but even maybe a little better is Dogecoin. Dogecoin, bro, like, we looked at this on Sunday, and all they were doing is testing. I mean, this is not, there's no question here, okay? It's not an opinion. This old 22-cent level, it's so real as support resistance. They're just putting in the highest low of the uptrend. When they recaptured it September 7th, there was never a back test. So market participants needed to confirm and make sure that it truly is a support when it was resistance. And now you're starting to rally off it. See it 26.4 cents, 28.9 cents. And if they break that, we'll finally be seeing another target of that trade setup on the weekly, which is 34 cents. So great stuff. This uptrend is continuing. You put in your highest low. It's actually 1 low, 2 low, 3 low locally. Rule of 3. After something like Zcash, Bitcoin breaking out, I would not be surprised if we got resolution on this third valley here. All right. Okay, well, you know, the XRP, that was fine-ish. It was okay. They were holding support, you know, bullish and golden candle. Well, same price you were at September 24th. Really nothing to write home about, but it's just great. The buyers keep defending 272. They're not letting it break. We just need to we need on the top end for there's something to happen, right? We need the bottom end, cool, dude, same lows, which isn't that great. You want higher lows, and then after that you want higher highs. Well, you're making the same lows, you're making lower highs. We really, if you want things to get going.
Can we look at silver versus SPX? Zag used /SPX. Thanks, man.
If you really want things to get going on XRP, we got to get on the top end a higher high, and then after the higher high, we need a higher low. Zeta, thanks for 20, dude. Really appreciate that, man. Kangs, dude. We will certainly look at silver paired against the S&P. Absolutely. All right, BNB goes without saying. It's just incredible. You know, soon we'll probably make another all-time high. It's just skating above $1,000. They even back tested the psychological 1,000 as support, and it's just hanging in there today. Who cares? It already did its thing. So everything else just trying to play catch up with the best performing crypto in the world with a significant market cap. All right, just getting through these. Solana, spectacular. The uptrend that's been established for a long time now, at least since April. They defended a key inflection zone, 190, and they even back tested it on the 28th. And now you're breaking 216, which is a huge deal. To break 216 equals nothing until 242. So you actually have above this level, there could be massive markup. There just could be. There's just nothing here, just like we saw once you broke September 9th, that level, you made it all the way up to 253. So don't be surprised if Solana catches another major markup because there's just no liquidity here. It's straight up and down from 2021 all the way to now. So big re-breakout occurring on this daily candle on Solana, up 5.42%. Hype in the chat. Do one of those. Those are all your bigger cryptos, but it's good, man. This is an endearing day on day one of Q4. All right, so yeah, that's crypto. I'm doing that for y'all. I know y'all love it, but let's go to the real man's market and let's just look at it and just play Jesus chimes over and over and over again because it is beautiful. This is the first day that the S&P 500 has traded above the major 2025 1414 fib extension. If you're like, what is that? Again, to reiterate, anchored my Fibonacci from the highest point, the old all-time high, to the lowest low of that April correction, right? That crash. That is how I anchored, and that's how we got our fib extensions if we ever went into price discovery. It's how you do it on all. That's how you target Fibonacci extensions: 1272, 1414, 1618. So we had gone up against it, got real close, never touched it until today. And if you look at this channel, that is just artwork. It has become artwork at this point. They even took it back down on the 25th, and look at the bounce off of it. Demand line. There's so much demand at this demand line. All we got to do is see the heart line break, the midpoint of this uptrend, and it could take you all the way to 685. It's spectacular, man. If you're not... I don't know, if you're not happy about this, I don't know what's wrong with you. You might be a government employee, that's for sure, or homeless. So all-time highs on the S&P. The quarterly, the monthly yesterday confirmed. Today, all-time highs. Intraday about to be 30 minutes still confirmed. Daily records everywhere, man. All right, just looking at these. I know we typically look at futures. Just look at... Let me just get them up. My futures real quick, where my channel is. Wow, it's so beautiful, man. It's so amazing. All right, so you're not going to make an intraday all-time high on the Dow Jones. Way too tame for that. But you are looking for, and if all stayed the same, in an hour, 29 minutes, because the futures runs 1 hour longer. Like the closing bell occurs in 30 minutes, but it'll run for another. It'll be open. The futures market will be open for 60 more minutes for a temporary close, and then it will reopen at 6 p.m. Eastern. So just that's how that works. So you're I mean, if it all stayed the same in an hour and a half or higher, it'd be an all-time high, a record close on the daily. Phenomenal. Not even close to 1272. As we're talking about, we just talked about the same exact Fibonacci anchoring from the highest point to lowest point. You are exceeding the 1414 fib extension today. So the outperformance, the S&P is killing the Dow Jones in performance percentage-wise by about almost 5%. So you'd have to run to near the top of this channel to be, comparative in performance to the other index fund. Okay. The NASDAQ, we could look at futures or spot. It's beautiful. It really is. I mean, it is now like in the upper echelon of this channel. This will be a record close. Oh, wait a second. Maybe not. Sorry, this is a beautiful hop. No. Wow. We're not going to be making a record close unless we get a pump. We need a little bit more for the highest close ever. But it will be the second highest ever. Well, yeah, lagging behind. I guess you could think Meta and Amazon probably for that, while we're not going to be making all-time highs today unless something good happens. But hey, 30 minutes, last 30 minutes, man, that's the second highest volume of the day, in the trading session on Wall Street. So
can you provide some TA on VRA, please, and thank you.
So Johnny, yeah, we absolutely will. Thank you, dude. And then your Russ 2000 just hanging in there, just below the old all-time low or all-time highs from 2021, 2024 last year. You made a fresh all-time high, but there's just a lot of supply here. So you get a couple tests, you might be breaking it. I mean, small caps might be poised for something they haven't done in so long. Think about how long, right? We're talking 4 years. Without any sort of expansion. It's a long time, man. That's like thinking about, EA. I know we got bought out, but it's like, dude, think about the size of the structure that it was contained within. This ascending triangle, the size. Good God, 2,533 days. I mean, this is like, oh my God, EA's pumping. It's like, yeah, well, at some point, finally, 84 years, right? Gotta love to see this, man. Great resolution. This is like the largest ascending triangle, I think, on the whole market, for real. Okay, so, with the index funds, and then we can look at gold. Gold making fresh all-time high last night after it made its record close on the quarterly, monthly, another all-time high on the daily. They pulled it back some. It's only at 0.17%. That's all right. Just beautiful, beautiful to see. There's nothing really here. 4K, psychological. I mean, 3,900. All the zeros and the fives. Probably 4K is your target. And at this point, even if they don't get to 4K before pullback, it doesn't even matter. They could take this thing all the way down to 3,400 and it'd still be freaking fine. That's how good of a shape gold's in, right? Because trend analysis, and you can't reverse your trend unless you're making a lower low than the previous low. And the previous low is freaking like 3,300, 3,200. Good luck. Yeah, trend is so well intact here. But impulsing, so no edge, not much to really do either. So, wait a second. I thought I pinned that, dude. What the? Maybe I just posted it and didn't pin it. My bad. I had a lot going on. If y'all don't know, it is the first of the month, so it's the the best day to join the Patreon, patreon.com/MitchRayT. I just pinned it in the chat. You get access to trade setups, education, my charts that I'm posting daily and updating. You're connected to a bunch of other like-minded traders in the group. And above all that value you get, you are supporting a content creator, a trader, an analyst that has been live streaming on YouTube for free for almost 8 years. And yeah, that's really obnoxious. Wow, dude, thanks. I only do this cadence like 5 days out of the month, and then it's over. So it's like, yeah, so you get all the value, but again, I've never sold out. I'm not pulling Ty Lopez stuff. I'm not screwing people over, all right? I've never monetized on YouTube. You don't even watch ads. I play copyright music. There's no affiliate marketing links, literally ever. Not one time have I ever accepted money from an entity and promoted it to you, the viewing audience, ever in my life. So that is why. That is the number one reason you would join the Patreon. To say, hey man, thanks for doing that. Thanks for sacrificing, those avenues for us. So thank you, and thanks for all the renewals. We had so many. We had so many annuals join too. My God, man, we had 5, 2, 4. No, we had 6 annuals in the past 3 or 4 days. Then we had some more new patrons, new Citadel members. Real quick, Senseless, thanks so much for joining for the first time. Low Baller, also thank you so much for joining today, first time. Flipper, Madsen, CG, y'all joined the Patreon. Thank each and every one of you for that. And then all the people that have continued to support over all these years. Super, super grateful. Okay. Yeah, it's incredible. So it's like you're on your trading journey, and I'm here to help. That's all I'm here for, okay? Keep you grounded, help with psychology, like your psyche, how you should be as a trader when you're sizing up markets, sizing up charts, and how to construct a trading plan using technical analysis, because technical analysis is not fortune telling, it's not prophetic. Some would say it is prophetic, it's not. Even if you have the best setup, it can fail. You have to have the psychology that you know that it could fail, even if it's a lack, right? Even if it's lack, no expectations. Or if you're going to expect something, expect that something will happen. And oh boy, did it finally happen, right? But patience also, major contributor to success. And if you have lack of patience, major contributor to failure. So remember trading plans, risk management. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's it. Okay, so Well, we looked at the index funds. We looked at gold. Let's look at silver. Why don't we just look at silver, that request, right now while we're doing it? One sec. XAG USD paired against the SPX. Unreal, man. It's crazy. Gotta go to the weekly. See all the data. Probably at the bottom. You know it. Oh my God. If this isn't some 886. Incredible. An old base. Back from 2000. Or 1930, excuse me. I think it's 1930. Yeah, 1960. Another zone right there. Yeah, swing high, 1994. This is incredible. Yeah, this is setting up for... I mean, this is implying, like, you have a major potential lower low double bottom, and it all is concluded its development at a deep retrace from 2000 to the peak in 2011. Yeah, the 95% retrace zone. Oh, my God. That's the level to be identifying major Bukowski patterns. So you just look at it like, literally, it's like, here's a one bottom, and here's the slightly lower low double bottom. Yeah, man, this is real nice. So there is a resistance right here for 1998, 2004, swing low 2015. You're soon approaching, so there might be a pullback initially, or soon, you know, at 723 here. To break that, though, that's where things might get crazy, because there's just nothing here. Like, not really. You could try to say this is swing low from 1992. Yeah, it's almost like you could say, dude, it's like this huge M-shaped shark pattern or bat, whichever way you want to anchor up there, concluding its development, and there's a type 2 return. You could do that. There's probably a supply line here too that maybe they haven't breached yet. No, not yet. There's a supply line. That's a big deal. So you're soon approaching that. It's going to be confluent with the swing high from 1998 and 2004. So approaching a level of turbulence. This is where we might pull back for a little bit. But if you ever break through that, there's huge upside. So after silver's run that's been going on, I just don't know if it's going to be able to just, like, short term, straight up outperform these stocks.
Hey everyone. If you are on the fence on whether the Patreon is worth it or not, it definitely is. If you want to learn more, check it out. Mitch is the real deal. Now for a request, can you look at Asta for a TA maybe? Or even what's your thoughts on it?
Hey, thanks so much for the advocacy for supporting this 100% crowdsourced community. Thank you, dude, for that. Aster, we can look at Aster. Thank you, dude. Yeah, so this is a nice recovery, but you're at some resistance, and maybe the S&P, like, you think about it logically, if you're hitting resistance, supply line, horizontal line, maybe in the short term, soon, after silver maybe gets near at all-time highs or something, silver, like, just consolidates or finally, or pulls back while the S&P continues to rally. Because assets like Apple maybe catch crazy bids, Microsoft start catching bids, maybe Nvidia goes back into price discovery because they made an all-time high today. We haven't even looked at those. You just got to think about, like, maybe Meta eventually. I think Meta will be okay. There's an unfilled gap, so it's probably going to go fill that gap soon. But it was bad. It broke support. Thesis kind of got blown out of the water today on Meta. Very disappointing. I don't know what's wrong with Zuckerberg, but yeah, those run while silver maybe cools off at 723, 787. All right. So let's look at just silver spot real quick, because completely different chart. 17 minutes till the close. Here it is, man. Look at this. I mean, it's up almost 3% on the week. You're closing in on all-time highs. It's phenomenal. Look at this, man. I mean, soon approaching resistance. I mean, your multi-year highs today. I mean, highest level seen since 2011. Let's see where we're at. It would be hour and 16 minutes until your fourth highest daily candle close ever. Fourth. All right. Good stuff. It's beautiful to see. All right, but we got to look at some of these major market cap assets that are hitting all-time highs. I know they're pulling back a little last few minutes of trading, but an intraday all-time high and threatening a record close on your largest market cap asset in the world, $4.5 trillion market cap. So it's broken out. It's still broken out from yesterday. It broke out yesterday. It's still broken out, but not really going anywhere. You're thinking the first target broken out its rectangle is going to be the major 1618 fib extension, which is 193.85. And remember how we get in these fib extensions? They're all the same anchor points from their highest highs in January, February to their lowest point in April. So every single one of these Mag 7s is being Fibonacci'd. Okay, so I'm hoping, looking at the lesser time scales, we've got some reaccumulation going on. If it is, then that's the confirmation line, and they broke out. So you have a breakout of the reaccumulation structure. That's like 183. So, all right, nice. Hi in the chat. Jesus chimes for all-time highs in Nvidia. Let's go to Tesla, one of my favorites, man. Like, what was there to worry about? You had nothing to worry about. You're at highs of day right now. You'll probably make high of day. There will be an alert going off in moments. This is a upsloping flag, contrary to the downsloping flag, the bull flag that everyone and their mother knows, right? Even the layman will know, oh yeah, bull flag, I've heard of that. Well, this is the flag staff when it's upsloping like that. People would call it, they don't have to call it anything you don't want. I just like having a terminology is good. So the flag staff breakout today in really nice fashion. Huge green candle of 3.62%. There's like, yeah, you got this. Oh, maybe it's gonna be 465. Maybe, maybe it doesn't matter though, because we're in from the low 300s. It does not matter if we pull back at 465. It doesn't matter because it's going to pivot and it's going to eventually see 488.
Birdhouse tipped $25. SCM holding as an investment since $3.03. I would like more shares. How are we looking? As an investment, what's the strategy to add to position? Investing versus swing trading, compare and contrast. Thank you. Shout out to Citadel Kings.
Birdhouse since 25. I don't know. We can look at it. ASTSI. I don't even know if I've looked at that before, but I'll give it a shot. All right. Thank you, dude. So, I don't know how you can care about ASTSI when Tesla, it's been Tesla every day of your life. If you're communicating with me, Tesla, we're waiting on target 2 of trade setup, which is 488. And then there's target 3, which is in price discovery. You didn't need to worry about VR, AR. You didn't need to worry about ASTSI. You have to worry about Eli Lilly. You don't have to worry about anything. Just Tesla. And then before, Google. Unfortunately, Meta fell on its face, but it's probably not dead. It's probably fine. It's probably going to recover. If they recapture that key 736, 740 level on Meta, I'll probably take another shot on it. But until then, I'm kind of... All right, so wonderful to see. This is about to make a fresh high. And this is the highs of 2025 every few moments, okay? So look at Google. Google's recovering below target 4 of the trade setup now. You see, taking profit. If you're a swing trader, if you exited the 1618, you're like, dang, man, it's above the 1618. Well, now it's below it. Gave too much time. And that's the problem. You have a trading plan, you go buy it, but then if you're just greedy and you're like, well, I'm just not gonna exit, time will go by, you'll be higher than your take profit and you'll be happy looking at your unrealized gains, but then eventually time will go by and then it will fall below it, and then you're just like, well, what do I do now? And it's like, well, you're supposed to sell. But again, like if you're an investor, Google's a great company. They're one of the best companies in the world. They're a money-making machine, one of the best money makers that exists on the planet. Human civilization, like they're one of the best. So there's nothing wrong with holding it long term, but we're talking about swing trading here. So that was price objective, the final one, 248. So it's up today, 1.09%. Okay, no structure, no edge, nothing to really do. Just to look at it and be like, wow, nice. Amazon up 0.35% today. I mean, you're okay, I guess, until you fall below 211. There's Tesla's alert going off. Highs of day, highs of 2025 chat. Tesla in the chat. Let's go, dude. Pump this. But this one, Amazon, I mean, I guess you're above 216 still, so that's okay. But pretty weak for a record high on these index funds. Just type 2 return, a bearish bat, being respected. But you're not making a lower low yet, so it's not completely over. But yeah, just fundamentally, I don't know why you'd want to put your money into an asset where the CEO is literally okay with having a company, like a child company within his major company that supports, again, political terrorism. Yeah, communist terrorists. It's crazy. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm being real. But there's evidence. There's crazy amounts of video evidence of it. So, all right, screw you, Amazon. I mean, kind of hoping for 200 or 188, but maybe not. We'll see. Let's go to Apple. It was awesome, and then it was like, really? Someone is pinning the price of this asset. You did see, and this was today at the peak. Highs of 2025. Freaking amazing, dude. But yeah, it's all been kind of wiped out. You're up 0.43%, which is nice. You gapped up a little bit, but I think it's fine. I think you're eventually going to see 260 and way beyond. I think this is going to catch up. Remember all these fib extensions we've been, targeting and using, and the price of the assets, like what Google just saw, it's 1618. It's below it now. Nvidia still has not yet seen its 1618. Microsoft saw its 1618 on earnings, hasn't seen it since. Meta couldn't even see a 1272. Apple has not even seen a 100% retrace yet, which would be all-time highs. So just think about if like Apple ever played catch-up with these other Mag 7s. 284, 297, 316. That's a lot of upside. So it's like, how could the S&P 500 ever make it way higher to like the top of the channel? Remember, look top left right now. How the heck could S&P ever make it to 68.75 up there? Apple, Meta, or the continuation of Tesla. Tesla going to price discovery, Tesla's a little different because it underperformed. It has started dumping really hard, and that was political stuff. I think Elon getting involved with the election and all that really kind of hurt that kind of decoupled it from everything else. So yeah, man, these are, all we got to do is break 260, but they're not even letting the price, they're not even trying to rival it. They're not letting it rival. So it's getting suppressed right now. Maybe it's some options thing or something, but and you don't know if the gap will fill first before they take it higher, but this thing is still doing pretty well. I mean, go to the 4 hour, it's like a rectangle. Yeah, it's like a little rectangle, and they just can't break the top of the rectangle. That's all you got going on here. That's still bullish structure. So I wouldn't be too concerned about it right now. All right. Good days ahead for Apple. Give me enough time. All right, so we looked at Nvidia. Let's look at Microsoft real quick. That has been shaping up very well. It's starting to look pretty good again. There's no real resistance, maybe until 530. Right? I mean, it's kind of hard to say what structure is that. Is it an inverse head and shoulders? Well, you have a whacked out neckline, if you even have one. So I don't even know if we can call it an inverse head and shoulders, but the momentum kind of shifted into the hands of the buyers with a higher low than the previous low. And you're going for the highest daily candle close since August 15th, which is good. And it's October 1st. So there might be an attempted rally, maybe back to 543, that 1618, that only Microsoft and Google have seen their 1618s. So that's it. No, 5 of the 7 have not seen golden mean ratios from their previous highs to lows. All right, nice day, nice 4-day win streak on Microsoft. And then we'll look at Meta. Very disappointing. Yeah, they lost the level that yesterday, which stopped me out at open, and then next day it's like, oh my God. But there's an unfilled gap, so that gap's going to fill probably soon, because even if they fill it soon, it's going to be whether they recapture 740, we don't know, but we know that there will be some sort of test They will fill the gap and they will test to see if what was once an old resistance is resistance again, or if they will recapture and then reconfirm the level as support. Those are your two options. That's probably what's coming soon. Bearish back test, or recapturing and reconfirmation of resistance as support. So disappointing for sure. They can't all be winners, man. Like if everything won, if all the setups played out, it's like, well, it wouldn't really be trading then, would it? ICE, yeah. It is not smart to be over invested in an asset class that has no regulation, no numbers, no way that any of these entities, these crypto entities, they don't have to articulate to you, the holder, that they're making money, that they're doing anything with their project to improve it. Even if they made money, they don't by law have to do anything. They keep all the money and they'll just create more supply of that scam coin that you own, and that's inflation. So why would you even own these cryptos? But the good news is, hey man, Bitcoin's breaking out. So Bitcoin's breaking out, and then Ethereum's back testing that key level of support, and there's going to be a run. You might want to hold on to those altcoins now, finally. But like, dang, dude, you just missed the whole year. These crazy summertime trade setups, they went nuts, man. So crazy to see this shark pattern performing so well. I mean, you hit A and C point, you're below it, but yeah, disappointing. Get wrecked, Meta. And then we must look at Plug. Remember Plug? Remember that time that Plug was requested, and then we looked at it and we were like, dang man, it's like confirmation low at key level that goes back 2011, 2016, spring back test 2019. We even made the comparison from what it's doing, was doing then, like, in August, what it was doing in 2019, and now it's up 25% today, going for its highest daily candle close since January 7th. So phenomenal. One that's been that was on the radar. Someone requested, they want to see it, and I'm like, dang man, this is freaking great. And of course, LAX up 24%. BIIB, I don't really look at too much. Maybe I should have. Dang. No, maybe not. Good God, it's been terrible. Who cares? It's up 10% after being murdered. Oh, maybe that fib extension. 1618. No, close. Yeah, okay. Micron's up 9%. My God, this thing is going berserk. It's all-time highs, chat. Micron. History right here. Price discovery breakout. Look how they back-tested the old all-time high from June as support before the run. You got to love that check back. Intel up 7.39%. Let's go, dude. Going for the highest daily candle close since April 16th of 2024. And it all started with a composite operator accumulating position over a long period of time. Then we got ourselves a partial decline, and then just a news-driven catalyst, and then the breakaway gap. Look how they back-tested. This is crazy. The gap fill, okay, that was like, all right, that's a theoretical, that was like be a target if you broke out normally, but they didn't break out normally. They gapped it up on news. They back-tested the old gap as support, and Bukowski talks about that. 18% of the time, gap fills can be regarded as support resistance, and that happened. And now it's been running, and now you're breaking out. You're breaking this really key level. It extends back, I think, very deep into history. Yeah, going all the way back to 1999, a resistance here. To really break this level, you got a $42 to $43 target on deck. So Intel, I'd believe it, man. Composite man, yeah, he got his fill. And 40s and 50s, I would not be surprised at all. Think about Fibonacci from this high to low even. You know, you're already at a 50% retrace. I mean, 618 is 38, and yeah, these deeper 78% retrace is $44. So yeah, can't be surprised if this keeps going. But come on, man, it was there. Like, it was a structure. The accumulation schematic jumped across a creek. Even got one more back test in early August. Amazing. Etsy's running still. My God, man. Old Etsy. Yep, they turned it around. Momentum shifted. You had a beautiful bullish butterfly. Look at it concluded its development near key supports from years ago, and big breakout watch. If you can break 73.53, there's just it's 89 bucks, it's $100, and then it's 124 bucks, then 150 bucks. Small cap. This is like things turning around. The trend is reversing on Etsy. It has reversed, arguably. So you go higher highs and you go higher lows, higher highs, and that can extend on for a year. And that's not IWM. Think about the IWM. Could be like going into price discovery after 4+ years. And I think the likes of Etsy's out there would be breaking levels, reversing their trends, and going way higher. For just retraces, man, from their everything bubble high.
Tangerine emoji. Happy Orange Day, everyone. Tangerine emoji.
Thank you, Orange. But Orange, that's a tangerine, dude. I know they're the same family and all that, but and they are both orange. But happy Tangerine Day, everyone. Thank you. Okay, so probably way higher. If we can break 73, it's going to be just like we saw in 2020. Going to be what we saw in 2022. These rallies will be violent. Good structure. But soon you will lose the structure. You won't be able to be like, oh, it's gone. It's impulsing. So, okay. I guess we look at that request. My God, Cubit's still going, man. It's still this up 3.7%. Ridiculous. Quantum computing. Like nothing changed there. Oracle. My God, Oracle is such king. This breakaway gap not filling. Okay, there it is. The market just closed. So Jesus chimes for a record close in the S&P 500, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and the NASDAQ. Leroy Jenkins, dude. Amazing, dude. What a close. October 1st. Good start. Bitcoin just closed too. Indecision candle. I'm down with that. I like the 4-hour indecision candle. After a breakout, yeah. So then we can just send it to 120 plus. Maybe this evening. That'd be great. Okay, in that request, the initial one was Eli Lilly. Okay. Wow. That's crazy. I have this like old like curved line. I don't even know. And yeah, what a nice structure. This is very similar. Reminds me of like Bitcoin, you know? Bitcoin over a long period of time. Dang, dude. That's your downtrend. Very like tight though. Very controlled. And yeah, I don't think the trend's reversed or anything. Re-reverse, you're gonna have to take out all these highs, these overhead resistances. Like you're gonna have to take them out to be able to say, oh yeah, we're doing it, because you just put in the lowest low. Before that, the lowest high, the lowest low, the lowest high, right? So it's like Bitcoin. Last summer, if you remember, or you're in an uptrend, but remember, let me show you real quick, and we'll come right back to it. Right here, just like this, right? The huge impulse, you're in a long-term uptrend, but then you just went through 8 months of this crap. And then eventually you broke the supply line and you expanded. You went price discovery. Well, you went and you retested these highs. So we were talking about on Eli Lilly, they have to do that and test, and they got to break it to resume the long-term uptrend. But still, got to see more probably. But a huge day. I mean, up over 8%. It was up 5% yesterday. So like up 13% in 2 days. Really nice. Recaptured 200 moving average. But is there a structure here? Nah. There's no like structure. V-shaped. Very unpredictable. I mean, just, you know, they overshot the demand line that was very well established and respected from August 2024 to April 2025. And then, you know, 200 moving average resistance, confirmed distribution, and then dumped. Bad earnings, high volume on the earnings. That's interesting, right? A high, extremely high. What's the highest volume we've seen on Eli Lilly in what, 7 years? 6 years? And it happened to be a high volume, and then they overshot the downsloping support, but they recaptured it. They never reconfirmed it, but they recaptured it, and it's just been a violent reversal. And so it looks like you're just headed to 863 to test the supply line. If they break it, then 934, 966, and then we're talking about way higher. But that's kind of it. All right. Now what you could say is they horizontally had some sort of, okay, see, they overshot this back test too. 730 swing low from 2024, swing low. They held that. That might have been a level where maybe someone could try to manage the risk. It'd have been tough though, right? Yeah, now you're just horizontally waiting on 934, probably down sloping 860. Okay, so swing trade wise, kind of not much to do here because 13% in 2 days. Okay, nice. It looks like it'll eventually, it's like a mega crazy bull flag. And it'll probably, in IMO, it'll probably have the same outcome as Bitcoin from last year's. Same structure. They'll break out, they'll go test this for a little bit, and then they'll eventually break it back, test, and then be gone. You'll hit over $1,000. Who knows where this could go in price discovery. This is one of your largest market cap assets in the world. So I'd imagine it's going to continue its long-term uptrend given enough time. So this is not a bearish structure. Thank you, Cactus. All right, next one was VRAR for Johnny Bonds. The Glimpse Group. Well, long-term garbage, but I can see why you're like, hey, it's down 10.3% today. Remember, 3 of the 4 index funds hit all-time highs today. Record closes. Record monthly, quarterly closes yesterday. It's insane, right? This is a face-ripping summertime sizzling rally. It's been going crazy. The leaves are beginning to turn yellow, though. And things are still running. But then you're looking at this, and it's like, we had a pump and dump. And yeah, I've been trying to put in higher lows. But my God, you're down 10.37% today. You broke the 200 moving average. It's like, I guess you're okay till you lose 127. But just the question is, if you're requesting this, it's like, is this better than Tesla? No. Is this better than Google? No. Is it better than Rivian's setup? God, no. I mean, it's kind of doing the same thing Rivian's doing at resistance, though. But that's a big deal. I mean, 173, they tried 3 times down, they failed. So you're just praying to God that wherever the selling subsides, it is higher than 127. So they maybe put in a third valley right there locally. But yeah, you just got to think about, like, you have finite capital. You work really hard for your money. And it's like, do you really want to trust these bozos? The Glimpse Group, Technology Services. Not even a million volume. It's like 200,000 volume, 30-day average. That's, you don't even have enough volume to be able to sleep at night, because if you have a stop loss set up on this asset, there's a very good chance it will not fill. What's up, Vincent?
Vincent LaChapelle, eat you cats, super chatted $71.80. Hey Mitch, can you take a look at AVAX on the daily? THX a lot.
Thanks so much, Vincent, man. Absolutely. Eat you cats, man. They're eating the cats. Yeah, we'll look at Avalanche. S-Coin. Yeah, dude. So I just look at this and I say, I'd probably rather have my money in Apple or Tesla or Microsoft or Bitcoin or Ethereum over this. Because there's just, the trend's awful. It doesn't have the volume to own. Your orders may very well not get filled. It seems probable they won't. And just on a macro day that was so glorious, down 10.37%. It just smells bad. Very, very bad. But hey, you break 173, your easy target 253. That's all I can tell you. So I'm not acting like I know where this is going next. I'm just saying I know there are better assets out there for you to store your finite capital. But hey, man, a higher low, absolutely, sure thing. Higher low than the previous low, absolutely. Well, Goose, man. Oh, Goose, that's not what it's about, man. Okay. Okay, let's see. Next request was ASTSIE. Will it be better than others? That's the question. ASTSI. Wait a second. Birdhouse? That's not a thing. ASTSI. Did you mistype that? Yeah, if you're out there, I'm going to need you to help me out here. ASTSI. ASTS. Thank you. Okay, I figured. Yeah, Spiz Mobile, man. Oh, it's looking there. Oh, man. So you said you've been in at 303 because, yeah, there were times down here where it made more sense to buy. So you've been in that long. What's the strategy to add to a position? Big drawdowns. And see, the problem is on this drawdown, like there wasn't really, I mean, they violated the swing high and then they recaptured it with a gap up and they never even reconfirmed it as support. So like strategically, you typically try to, you know, on uptrends, I mean, without an edge or anything, like you just a long time runner, deep retrace. What was the retrace? So you had a 50%, maybe a 57%.
El Goose super chatted $50. Scoin alert, AVNT/USD, Coinbase.
All right, El Goose.
Please clap.
Yeah, dude. Thank you so much for the 50. That's what it's about, dude. Really appreciate you. We'll look at it. Yeah, so you had like a 50% sale on ASTS on this drawdown with no edge, no way to strategize. So, was that enough for you? I don't know. See, to me, it would have been like being at $3. Maybe I would have liked 25, not 39. Really hard to say, man. When you got a runner like this, a winner like this, you don't know if they're attempting a rally and it tops out and it's over. It double tops. Bro, this is just a nice V. It's a V shape. V shapes are the most like random, most violent, most unpredictable, hardest to take action on events ever on markets. So it just V shaped and it's running again. So if anything, I mean, like, hey, down here there was an M shape that developed. That might have been a good area, you know, like all this chop and then the M shape presents itself, deep 886, it's perfect, just like RGTI did it. That might have been an idea to think about. Oh, maybe add a little bit more as it starts to rally off that M shape low, maybe. But it was random. There was no support that it was holding. It's very tough. Very tough to strategize using TA to dollar cost average into an asset that is just not giving you much. So, yeah, I wish I could help with this one. It's been very, very violent and random and choppy and pumpy. Oof. Yeah. Typically, if you're like looking to add, it always is nice to have an edge or some sort of technical indicator like a springback test or hidden divergence. Or deep retrace, but you didn't get much of that at all on this one. It's just been going. So, sorry. Couldn't help as much. Let's look at Avalanche real quick for Vincent. Avalanche, 1.87% up. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. I like what's happening right now, kind of. Well, we know, like, there's an uptrend going on, all right? It's like Solana. There is an uptrend. It's been going on since this summer after that M shape completed. And then the buyers recaptured inflection zone. They reconfirmed its validity as support early August and even more on the top end. And then, you know, you higher high in the previous high, now higher low than the previous lows. And it's like pretty much hit the oversold thresholds of the uptrend before it started recovering. And now all the buyers need to do is break $30.87, what is currently testing today. It is just an inflection zone that stems all the way back 2022. Okay, it's just reality. You can see how many times it's been regarded as support, resistance, resistance. It's now resistance again. If they can break this, that's where you're talking top of the channel again, 35, quite possibly $40 target, $39 to $40 target. So think about where you're at. It's in an uptrend, so you're good. If you own it, hold on to it. Just know the levels. Like, that's what's happening. That's why it's not probably at $35 right now. It's because there's resistance. If they can absorb the supply that exists there, I think you got a good chance of way higher. The trend could continue. That's Avalanche. Yeah, you break that. Look at history. History tells you typically what happens between 30 bucks and 40 bucks, straight up and down. Yeah, unfortunately did not go straight up in September. You pulled back. Bitcoin had to dump, so it dumped too. So yeah, I'm kind of optimistic about this above $29. Really optimistic about $29. Because that's the bottom of the inflection zone. So you're uptrending. Trend is your friend, therefore holding an asset in an uptrend, nothing wrong with that. So I'm all right with Avalanche, Vincent, man. Thanks so much, dude. And El Goose wants AVNT, which I'm not going to be as familiar with. FIFA uses Avalanche. Oh, yeah, James? Is that real? It's pretty cool. They do, actually. What do they use it for? What's up, Scopolith? Yeah, man. Just remember, I always try to make the point, like, if you're going to join the Patreon, like, there is value, right? And the education and the trade setups and the charts I post daily, the premium Discord chat, there is value. But remember, I think your attitude when you join the Patreon is you're saying, I just want to support this content creator who goes live many days of the week for free, voluntarily, does not paywall. Like, the Patreon is not a paywall, really, because almost all the trade setups that get posted there, I'm live on stream when I construct them in front of everyone. So it's like, it's just, again, okay, you want a little bit more like silver spoon, you join the Patreon. I mean, the alpha I provide in this stream is enough to change someone's trading game. Just watching for free for years. You can do that and you will benefit greatly. So I think the number one reason why someone should join always is to support me never selling out. Never. Like, dude, people scam and they rug pull. They create scam coins. They take money from entities. They have the logo of some whatever thing, some entity, some company, right? You know, all over their whole stream layout. I've never done that, man. You are all the sponsor of the stream. So that's number one. And you're supporting my team too. People behind the scenes that keep the dream going. So that's number one. All the other is a great benefit with value, education. But yeah, all right. So AVNT, there's got to be more data somewhere else, right? No, you want a Coinbase. So an asset with such little data getting listed here September 9th, there's really nothing you can do. There's no swing lows outside of the listing. I mean, 26 cents and 230. I mean, that asset got listed and then it pumped up 920% in 13 days. That's it, man. That was the pump.
Mitch, could you take a look at RDW?
Yeah, Chase. Thanks, dude. Yeah, well, look at that. Any asset that goes up in 13 days, 900+% is something that is very untradeable. There's just, what do you do? Like, they think the people made their money. This thing could retrace 88% of its value from the low to high and then maybe start constructing a pattern. But remember, you can't have an edge without a structural development or a technical indicator or price action correlating positively to a key inflection point from history, which you have no history. So there's literally nothing that you cannot apply technical analysis to this chart. There's nothing to do. There's nothing here, unfortunately. So I'd have to say, like, it's down 9% today. I'd say, what? Bitcoin's up 3%. Solana's up 5.5. Ethereum's up 4.5. Zcash up 59%. Down 9%. I just don't, nothing I can do to help on something like this. Okay. semi-educated entries, there are none, right? Where's an educated entry? Educated entry. So just like for instance, okay? Just thinking about this, like since I can't help you with that chart, I can certainly attempt to help you think about like what's an educated entry. So you think about like an asset like Triple D here that has tons of history, but you can clearly see, sir, like 1994, okay, 1991. Look at the price action. You know, that level was manufactured, they recaptured it, they reconfirmed it, and when that happened, look at that rally, and then eventually it hits the top. And that's another inflection point, and it sold off all the way, and look what happened. They hit the same level, and by the time they did it, look, another huge rally, and then they sold it off, same thing. So you have all this history here. So going forward, it doesn't matter, it's timeless now. It could be the year 3000, and Triple D will have 111, 152 always and forever as a key inflection point, always. Okay, so many years went by from 2009, the last time we saw it, to this year. And so at this level, you got an M shape, which is an extension, harmonic pattern. It's called the deep crab, bullish deep crab. It hit the harmonic optimum price. Again, these are technical terms that it takes a long time to learn. But at this level, where reversals occurred, you had a discernible, undeniable, slightly lower low, double bottom develop. And at that level, you began to see positive price action here. This is the first time since 2009. And so they recaptured it. And right around this area is what you would consider a, what was it? What did you say? It was a semi-educated entry. This is an extremely educated entry, I guess you would say, right? If all with what I just said, you go back to that newer asset that we looked at on Coinbase, there is in no way. Oh, and also more things. You had triple bullish divergence on the relative strength index when that lower low was developing at that key level. So that's like, that implies that sellers are exhausted. And so they were. Buyers have come in, and this thing's up like 70+% off the entry. And no, I know it's down 1% today, and it'll probably pull back a little more. Who cares? It was violent. But with what I've just mentioned, we go back to the other one. You know for a fact that there's no way to make any sort of semi-educated entry because there's no data. Anyway, that was the last formal request we had too. El Goose, thank you so much for the 50, man. Sorry I couldn't help, but hopefully this helped a little, but maybe not. And if it didn't help you, maybe it helped someone else. Okay, awesome. Fantastic, man. Glad to hear. Krispy Kreme donuts. Pfft. Donut, dude? I'm in a good mood today, so. You're kidding, right? Krispy Kreme donuts. Diabetes award. Well, I wouldn't say that. It wasn't weekly, so maybe we'll go to daily. Dude, it's like bottoming. I mean, like, yeah, it's bottoming like it was bottoming in 2024. Sure, man, maybe it does bottom and rally, but it's just like the trend is so well established as bearish that even if you identify a structure in the middle of nowhere, right, no help with historical levels, you know, because it's an inverse price discovery. Aren't we looking for assets to do that? Like, dang, dude, look at that. I mean, maybe you short it, I guess. If you're going to short it, then your stop loss is going to be at 283. Just kidding. If you were going to long it, okay? Like, I'm not even saying to long it, but if anyone, they're like, they've kidnapped me and they're like, hey, man, you better look at the Krispy Kreme chart right now and you better construct an entry for me or it's over. If they did that, I'm going to be like, really, Krispy Kreme? But I would be like, all right, fine. If you really care about it, probably a stop loss below 293. But that's at gunpoint only. And then your take profit has to be maybe 574. That's it. 574. 200 moving average is there too, 513. So I guess a gap fill if things went nuts. If like somehow Krispy Kreme comes out and they're like, well, based on studies, Krispy Kreme donuts is no longer like pure poison and will kill you if you eat too much, given enough time, and get super fat, overweight, and get metabolic syndrome. And if somehow their business model like switched to like donuts that taste exactly how they taste now, but they're like it's pure protein and it's health food, then maybe it catalyzes a huge run. But like I would never own this asset below 290. But the problem is at 383 already, so it's already, you take on so many losses. Maybe in 315, but anyway, I was looking at it from the memes. Okay, just the memes. Rising 3 methods on the daily. All right, send it, dude. Like there was no controversy on Intel. Intel was like, yeah, dude, we're probably gonna go higher if you give it enough time. Oh, what a stream, man. Been live an hour, 13 minutes. Remember, first of the month, first best day to join Patreon, patreon.com/MitchRayTA. You can also join the Citadel, which is the exact same thing. It's just joining through the Discord. Trade setups, education, access to the premium Discord chat. But above all, supporting a 100% crowdsourced community and my team. Thank you. Yeah, no, only some other ones up today. Not too much. Regeneron's crazy, man. They took, man, this thing's getting, finally, after its long, crazy run. I mean, up against the 200, up against that resistance in 2015. That's what's crappy, dude. Like, it was so good. Like, one of our, Grubman, he's part of this, and like the company works there, I think. And it's like, imagine like you own the asset and you go through that entire psychotic parabolic run, and then it concludes in August of last year, and then it crashes, and then it's like, oh, you wake up and you're like, oh boy, I can't wait to see my Regeneron holdings. And it's like, sir, it's the same price it was at 3,710 days ago. You were in a coma that whole time, and you thought you were gonna, gosh dang, not a very good investment, huh? You took profit, you got out at some point, but sheesh, it was nasty. Took a Nike. Nah, nothing too crazy about Nike yet. Maybe they recapture 77, but I don't even. Yeah, it was a nice bullish deep crab, just like Tilray. So maybe it's never gonna type 2 like Tilray. Yeah, I think if you break $77, it's gonna be a $90 Nike. The thing has been destroyed, dude. It recently hit its lowest level since 2017. Ugh. Okay, I'm just looking at some random stocks, man, on the watch list. So we've looked at a lot today, so. Anyway, check on maybe a couple of these S coins too. How's GRT doing, bro? God. Oh, God. Like, it's so disgusting. It's like the top end's just miserable, and then the low end's like, it's still like it made a lower low locally, but this low and this low, both these lows are higher than this low, so but you're below 8.8 and 10 cents, so it's kind of garbage until they recapture that completely. And if you ever recapture 10 cents on GRT, wake me up so we can go to 16, 17 cents. It's just, that's brutal, man. Like, I remember Filecoin. Oh, God. It's so bad. Like, you're better off owning stocks. If you're not going to own the top 5 crypto, top 10, top 20, and you're looking at these, like, you're better off just owning a stock. Better off just owning Tesla blindly. You'll probably do better. You have the strategist, own Tesla, oh, I win, over trying to strategize Filecoin. It's garbage, dude. See, the problem is, like, assets like this, it'll look so bad, and it'll just be like, you'll be holding on to it forever, too, and you're not making any money, and all of a sudden, one day, just, oh my God, this thing just went up 80% in a day. and like no support, no resistance. It didn't make sense. It was all casino. It was coin flips below the 200 moving average, below all supports. It's just garbage. Just, ugh. This is like the state of the micro cap, the smaller cryptos. Just same thing everywhere. Vomit. How about Cardano? That's a larger one though. Well, I'll tell you. I mean, it's okay, I guess. It's still like you got one low and two. These two lows are higher than this low, so that's okay. You're back above 79 cents, which is also okay. That's kind of a big deal. But I just really want to see Cardano get back above 90 cents, 92 cents. I don't know why I can't get that. Like, why will they not let me have Cardano above 92 cents? Because I think if you could ever break that, you're going to be in real good shape. Maybe at this point, you know, some way someone could strategize it where it's up almost 5% today, but someone has a stop loss now. If they're entering today, they just have a stop loss below the 79 cent level, and they're literally playing a fake out in a new uptrend maybe, where it's like the one low, then the second low. And that's it. That's what they're playing. They're playing like a confirmation low that these two lows are confirmed higher than this low. That's higher than this low. So, yeah, Cardano might be some way to play it, I guess. You know. All right. Well, just know, man. Look, this is what Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin looks extremely good right now. It started looking real good on Sunday, right? The bullish engulfing candle. I mean, started pinging y'all in the Discord, Patreon, or whatever, like at 110, 360, and then tweeted about it 110.8, 110.9, about what's going on, like a potential major confirmation low on the daily, and it has played out wonderfully so far. And now we broke a supply line, and now all we got to do is just break this horizontal line resistance, and then we'll be in the 120s this week, maybe, within a week's period. It'd be easy. The sellers tried once, chat, and then they tried twice, and they failed. Even locally, from this low point to high point, that was an 886 anyway. A little cute shark pattern. I think we even plotted it one time on the 4 hour. Yep. We're in good shape, man. Government shutdown, wonderful for Bitcoin, man. Wonderful. I think Bitcoin would love a shutdown, government shutdown. I think it'll perform very well. You even notice the government shutdown today? Last night at midnight? Weird to look at Zcash, man. Look at Zcash at the beginning of the stream, pretty much. Yeah, it's up like 60%. It's crazy. It was in a good trend too. Yeah, almost every asset. Not every, but Are you talking about Cocoa Futures or Kimor's company? Well, we've been here before, that's for sure, and it was awesome back in the day. Wow, a couple old M shapes. Yeah, I don't even remember the last time I've looked at this asset for real. That was crazy, man. Wow. I wouldn't say it looks great though, but hey, another 886. It's almost like, look at this low point to the high point. Here's an 886. Trend sucks though. You don't really have a trend reversal confirmed or anything. You definitely have some sort of M shape. That's definite, man. Like either a shark or a bat, whichever way you want to look at it. X, A, B, then C, and then D. So it's a type 1 reaction though. See, on this one you had a low and a slightly lower low. You don't even have that right now. So I would rather come back down and do something like that. But, yep. Alright, I'm just looking at it. Missed a request? Oh, really? Let's see. Oh, Aster. Yeah, because it was not capitalized, and it was deeply embedded in. Are you talking about the S coin Aster? Anonymous? Let me know. Oh man, there's no data on this one. Let me know if there's data. Just let me know, Anon or whoever. Aster coin. Yep. Because this isn't going to cut it. No data here. On MEX. It's a pretty tepid scam coin. So CZ Dex coin. 2 weeks old. Well, that's the problem. That is the problem, dude. Like, there's just no data here. And I just got to revert back to what I was talking about earlier for another request. And there's no data. There's no way to strategize. Nothing I can do. I wish I could. But I think, like, if you stick around long enough and you're requesting, like, you're not going to request stuff like this because you know what's going to happen. So I'm going to look at it. It's going to be like, wow, look at the 10 candles. Can we look at ABNT? I don't know. Can't remember. I think we did. Maybe not. Yeah, we looked at it and there just wasn't data. So plug is on deck for greatness. Bro, the greatness happened. Are you kidding? That double bottom spoon fed to you on stream live. Here it is. It's right here. And look at it now. All right. Sorry. Can't spend time on it. Let's go back to Bitcoin because it's so glorious. So glorious to see, man. What a breakout. Just got to wonder if we're going to be at all-time highs this October. It's my birthday month, so exciting. Very exciting. Man, I'll tell you, the biggest disappointment might have been Meta, but it was also Apple. Apple going from 258.72 to 255. Didn't even put in its highest level in multiple months. Crazy. EVEX is still good, dude. Yeah, looked at it earlier. People were talking about in the Citadel. Yeah, man, still the three rising valleys. You know, it hasn't really gone anywhere. But yeah, it's a weekly thing. This is something that, like, if someone, I didn't post trade setup on it because I still, like, I want something like this I want the third valley to be concluding its development above 570, and you don't have that. That's why I didn't post anything on it, because it's like, it's a really nice structure, but you want really nice structures to develop and then conclude their development, which is like the third valley, when it's correlating positively to a historical inflection point. So you got to have both for a really strong setup. You can have a great structure and it can just randomly reverse, but it's difficult to gauge, like, how do I set up a really nice stop loss here? It's really hard for me to look at it and be like, I know it looks like the bottom's in. I mean, there's a really high volume candle, so that could be very much representative of a bottom being put in. That's what happens. I mean, that is the highest volume you've seen on this asset since January 2021. I mean, like, talking about 4 years plus, I mean, almost 5 years. High volume on a third valley. I mean, lots of volume on this third valley, and very little can be done. So that's like the sellers are spinning their wheels, but they can't get anywhere. So eventually they'll relent, and hopefully the rule of three prevails. Third valley, you get really nice positive resolution. And if it was to hold up here, I guess the only thing they could do at this point is try to strategize and pray that the volume candles are your bottom. And you'd have a stop loss below that swing low from September 15th week, which is like 358, 357. That's the only way to play it right now, because you just don't have help. Like, if it was all happening, like, think about, like, oh, the sell-off occurred, and then you had one, oh no, it's violated, oh no, it's violated again, and then this. Gosh dang it, man, my finger slipped. Something like that, and then, oh, okay, that's when, like, okay, you see how it's different? It's not as good. So the one, no one knows. Second time, no one even really cares. The second point. The third time, oh my gosh, sitting real close. Then they rallied again. Then you get another back test, and it's like perfect. You see that swing low there? That's like the best when you start getting stuff like that. You just don't have it here, unfortunately. So that's what makes it. It's okay. It's good structure, but you want more, because even you can have an increased probability of resolution here, it's harder to strategize and construct a trading plan because you're just going off volume candles and hoping. All right. Yeah, we can put Rivian. It didn't have a bad day today. I know. We talked about this. It could very well keep selling off. And, you know, remember LAC, the days, oh, it's off 5%. It's down 5%. It's, oh, my God, down 3%, 5% after hours. Oh, my God, it just keeps going down. Oh, no. Like, oh, no, it's down 0.48% today. It's all over for Rivian. No, it's not. It's literally not. This is the weekly. Yeah, it sucks. All the progress from last week taken out, pretty much. Most of it anyway. You got to understand, this remains valid until the price of the asset falls below 1180. It's at 1461 right now. This is, the closer you are to 1180, the easier it is to strategize an entry and a stop loss. You just hit a resistance and there was supply there. They're still absorbing the supply that exists at 1567, clearly. But this is like a patience thing. It's like, did you learn nothing from LAC and ACHR and BABA? It can take way longer than you think for something to play out. They could take this thing to 13 bucks, dude. People are underwater. Oh my God, dude, Rivian, I can't believe you do this to me. I can't believe you would bring up Rivian and say it looks good and then it's at $13 and it's like, well, it's still valid. So, yeah, it's down 6.29% on the week after failing to break a key resistance, and that happens sometimes, so I wouldn't be concerned. You can just incrementally, hey, it's down again, another 2%. Just keep incrementally adding small amounts, negligible amounts. And you just, oh yeah, you want to keep selling off? I don't care. I have conviction of this structure, and I am okay with this asset until it falls below 1180. Okay, anyway. All right, well, Bitcoin's probably going to go positive in a little bit. Look at this weekly on Bitcoin. How amazing is this? We're working on a freaking bullish engulfing candle. A bullish engulfing candle after I can see a discernible confirmation low on the weekly. It's old resistance zone. Once a support, twice a support. Engulfing. There's just no telling. I mean, I think like the target's 119.2, 119.3. Huge. We're at $5,200. And there's still 4 days and 4 hours to go on this candle. This could be a crazy candle. All right, so let's rejoice in the history from yesterday to today. Let's keep it going. Q4. It's Bitcoin's time, maybe. As all these other Mag 7s with huge market caps have been having great times outside of Meta. Government shutdown, then send Bitcoin. All right. Thank y'all for coming out. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/MrRayTA. I'll see you in the Discord. Until next time, respect the T. Hey.
Missed RDW Redwire corporate quest by Chase.
I don't know how I missed it, but apparently I missed it. My God, man. It's so difficult to keep up with this sometimes. I'm just trying to like do it, dudes. Okay. Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting chart here. Redwire is actually very interesting. I actually like it a lot in many ways because we have identified RDW chat. We identified a major inflection zone that goes all the way back to 2021. You can clearly see it, a swing low, a swing high, and now a swing low. But what you have is so magical. You have the conclusion, the completion of a beautiful bullish bat pattern that no one would argue with its validity here. It's wonderful. Very pretty. It is perfect. Who identified this? Who was that? Who requested this? Because this is the best request of the day, to be real with you. Absolutely. I mean, type 1 reaction stuff. So you don't have a form of confirmation here. But my God, if someone couldn't strategize, this is great. Electronic technology, aerospace defense. Oh, yeah. 5+ million volume. All right, all right. So in any capacity, you could easily manage your risk here. Easy targets, 1167, 1327. But those are just conservative targets. My God, man. That is beautiful. It is perfect too. 50%, 886, 200% retrace. I love the high volume down here. I love that. So much. Think about how much volume, dude. How much effort the sellers put in on this random September 17th, must have been a news day. They put in all the effort that they've put in ever. Okay? Not one time in the history of RDW did market participants put in more effort than they did this day when it gapped down September 17th. And it went nowhere. In fact, it spent 4 days just hanging around. Broken the key support, but no, remember, it's not about the breakdown itself. It's about the follow through. There was zero follow through. What happened? 5 days later, the buyers recaptured the key level, and they are now, over the past 5 trading sessions, reconfirming the validity of the old support resistance as support again. That's what they're doing. So you can't tell me this isn't like phenomenal stuff going on right here on RDW. So like you might just be setting up for a reaction. Man, you could just be really conservative if you want to. I mean, like stupidly conservative, just below, somewhere below 910, and then, my God, you'd have a 3-to-1. You'd have a 4-to-1 reward to risk going for 1167. Just this swing high back from 2021. Reversal 2021 again, support. I mean, that'd be target 1, and it's extremely conservative. And it's like, it could run up there, and it becomes a type 1 reaction, and then it comes back down for some sort of type 2 later, and we could create another trade setup, and then it does that. So something to think about. Absolutely, this is wonderful right here. It's such a no-brainer. It's so easy to construct a trading plan, or at least, like, you know, again, it could be better because we want confirmation after the M shape completes. We don't have confirmation. But we have some pretty cool stuff here, and it could just be target 1 and 2 at 1327, and this would just be for a type 1 reaction. It's simple. That's like 6-to-1. Just a way to size it up. Okay, does that make sense? Target 3 could be just this scam wick high, maybe. I don't know. I'd probably make it like something like that. That'd be target 3, I guess, or something. Just in case that was it. Yep. Makes sense. Most people left probably because... Alright, this is the way to play it. I'll publish it for fun. Because it's such nice price action at a key level. Hello? Okay, I might have to refresh. Probably. Hold on. right. Sorry, I'll just do that real quick. Very good. I'm glad I came back. Sorry about missing that. It's never intentional. I'm just like missing a request. It's like, oh, you just didn't see it. All right. It was a good send-off then. A little encore. But thank y'all for coming out. Sorry about that. And hey, if you stuck around, you win. You win. All right. Respect the TA.